whenever my friends were to like criticize me or just like say banter jokes, shit talk, whatever you want to call it, I'd always get emotional. I'd get upset, I'd be sad, I'd cry. I was always like really, really feminine growing up, and I knew deep down this wasn't who I was. I knew I was a masculine guy. It's just my habits were out of whack. I'd eat junk food. I'd always like prioritize joy, pleasure over pain. And I'd question myself. I'd wonder why I have like low confidence, why I feel insecure, why I'm not playing like any of the physical sports at school. Because here in Australia, most guys like growing up in high school would always play like Aussie rules. It's like Australian Football League. And this is like a really, really physical sport compared to like all of the other like non-contact sports. See, I would avoid this. Every single time my friends would play this during lunchtime, I'd avoid it. I'd always stick to my more like comfort in sports like basketball, much more like less contact. I'd do a lot of swimming in primary school. I would never really engage in like the physical sports. And like, yeah, whatever, you can let that slide. It's nothing too drastic. But that was just like one thing about me. I was always like super, super soft, insecure, would never speak up in class, would never raise my hand to answer a question. I just lacked that like masculine essence about me. And I knew deep down this wasn't who I was, and I'm not doing what I'm meant to do, and I need to fix this. In this video, I'm going to share with you like the main lessons and learnings, what really helped me become a much more like masculine fulfilled guy, like chasing and fulfilling my purpose, what I've learned in like the last couple 2 years. And I really hope it can educate, motivate, and inspire you to take action on these learnings. For those of you who are new to this channel, my name's Adrian, and I post like a bunch of like self-improvement content on this channel. Please feel free to subscribe if you want to see more of these like educational videos on your homepage. So, in this video, there's going to be a 5-step protocol. The first step to like becoming the much more like masculine version of yourself, you have to devalue love and joy. Now, I'm not saying never ever have love, never ever do like joyful things. The thing is though, if you want to like become a truly masculine guy, you have to realize and understand that you feel most happiest when you're progressing, when you're prioritizing pain over pleasure. That's actually when you feel most happiest. When you have like trouble solving the problems you're trying to solve, that's where the happiness comes. Younger Adrian used to always think and believe that happiness would come from like instant pleasure, like video games, like drinking alcohol every weekend, fapping 2, 3, 4 times a day, casual sex, all this like instant pleasure. That's what I thought I have to indulge in, like in extreme. I thought that's what I have to commit my whole life to, all my thoughts to, because those are like the meaningful goals. How many girls you can sleep with, how many drinks you can have, how good you are at this video game. I always thought that. And it turns out no. That's all like joyful things. Those are all things which as a guy, they give you happiness in the moment, but always afterwards, they always leave you feeling like, why did I do that? Why did I waste my time? That doesn't align with my goals. That doesn't make me become the man I want to become. And so many guys are unaware of this, and this is what's causing us to become feminine, because this is negatively impacting our testosterone levels. Testosterone levels year by year are only going lower and lower. Generation by generation, we're becoming more feminine. Generation by generation, the male body is starting to look more like a feminine body. We're getting more body fat. We have more fat around our waist. We've got those love handles. We've got bloody fucking double, triple chins, bro. Testosterone levels are decreasing while at the same time estrogen is increasing. If you're not really aware of like what estrogen is, it's pretty much the female hormone, and when this shit gets too high, it almost like blocks your testosterone levels and can give you side effects like gyno, pretty much like bitch titties. It can give you like excess acne, make your voice not as deep. It's almost like the world is designed like for masculine guys. The world is like trying to kill masculine guys. It's trying to make everyone more feminine. Now, being feminine is not a bad thing. As me, I am a masculine guy. And as a masculine guy, I still have some feminine traits about me. I'm not like shit talking feminine. It's like we need feminine people in our life. It's just that the world is designed, it's kind of disrupting that balance between masculine and feminine, because we need masculine because the masculine is actually attracted to our bipolar opposite, the feminine. And feminine, like extremely feminine guys or girls, are attracted to masculine guys or girls. We need like this balance because If once this balance gets disrupted, the world's in danger. And like, don't get me wrong, I love the feminine, bro. Like, seriously, I love feminine girls, okay? We need feminine in our life, but without it, we're screwed. So, you clicked on this video, you want to become more masculine. You know deep down you are a masculine guy or girl. Like, you want to become more masculine. The first step of this protocol is realize and have the awareness that the more I can devalue love and joy, the more I can devalue pleasure and prioritize pain instead, the more like deep down purposeful I'm gonna feel, the more happier I'm gonna feel with like my situation. And that's just the first most important step to just putting yourself on like the right path to becoming the man you want to become. This kind of leads into step number 2, which is prioritize mission over emotions. Oh, we need men to be emotional. Men are meant to be emotional. This statement got like super pushed 2 years ago when like the whole masculinity versus like feminine war was at its highest. I agree, men should be emotional. But the good emotions. Why does this narrative keep getting pushed saying that, oh, men need to show more of these negative emotions? Men should be more depressed. Men should be more sad. No one should be more depressed. Both masculine and feminine. No one should feel these feelings in extreme. I don't get why it's getting pushed out to us saying men should be more depressed. It's like, no one should be more depressed. Men should be more emotional, like of the good emotions. Men should show more love. Men should show more gratitude. Men should show more respect and kindness to everyone around them. That's how it should be. Not trying to push us to make us more depressed. Because, bro, depression doesn't exist, man. No one should show these feelings. They're not good. So if you can start to prioritize your mission over your emotions, it's almost like you'll start to get these good emotions more often because you're doing what you truly like to do. You're prioritizing your mission / purpose over these like feel good emotions. Because once you can start to prioritize your mission over like being happy, you'll soon come to realize that you actually become more happy. You're seeing progress in your gym journey. You're seeing progress in your studies. You're improving your grades. You're becoming more confident. Your social skills are improving. Everything's starting to like 10x, 20x improve faster. And that's where you feel like most happiest. So obviously this might make it sound like I'm saying you need to be like 100% masculine. No, there should always be a split because me as a guy, yeah, I still have like some feminine traits. Me having my ears pierced, even though I don't have my piercings in now, that's feminine. Me getting haircuts, that's feminine. Me showing love, that's feminine. The argument is, I feel like most men succeed with like having a split of like 80-20. Being like 80% masculine and 20% feminine. Obviously, yeah, there's no way to actually calculate this. It's kind of just like externally what you feel like you show. Like, I feel like externally, yeah, I show off like a pretty masculine look. Even though, yeah, I still have some feminine traits. Like, feminine's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's just when this like balance starts to get a little bit like clustered and like out of whack. That's not what you want. You want to keep and like maintain a good split, a healthy split. You don't want to be overindulging in instant habits because that makes you a whole lot more feminine, weak, fluffy, low test, etc. You don't want that. You want to do what's hard in the moment, but in which promotes the future you, because that's only going to benefit and improve like the trajectory of your life. Number 3, you have to value your goals and fucking achieve them. Like set big goals and achieve them. This is when you feel most happiest. Kind of what I just said, prioritize your mission, but now you actually want to accomplish them. When I started gym, I knew deep down that this was the right thing to do and that I'm going to actually start to align all of my time, all of my habits, all of my thoughts towards this goal. Because, bro, when I started gym, when I started making progress, that was like the happiest I've ever felt in my life. Spend like 2-3 hours researching, watching YouTube videos, what's like the most efficient and effective way to build muscle. That was like the best period because I had something that was like taking up my time. I could commit most of my habits and actions and align them all towards this ultimate dream goal of building an aesthetic physique, which was my goal like 2-3 years ago. It still is, like, don't get me wrong, I still train, but now it's almost like my new purpose layer is recording and filming videos, sharing what I've learned to help educate the next generation. I feel like right now that's like my next purposeful goal because I don't want like young guys to make the same mistakes I had to go through, like of being like super feminine, super insecure, super like low confidence. I don't want them to have to go through what I had to go through. There has been guys teaching this stuff before, like Tate, Hamza, and people say, oh, no, Adrian, you're copying them, you're doing this, you're doing that. It's like, yeah, I'm speaking about the same topics, but like, we actually need more guys to start speaking about masculinity. No one speaks about it. It's something that just gets slid under the radar. Testosterone levels are going lower and lower every single year. No one seems to talk about it. Other than like Tate and yeah, Hamza. People cope in the comments and say, oh, you're copying, you're doing this. Well, everyone's talking about this. It's like, no. If everyone was talking about it, the results will start to improve, right? But no. Every single year, we're becoming more feminine. Every single year, we're starting to develop bitch tits, bro. It's like you have teachers in school, hundreds of millions of teachers teaching the same thing. Why can't I teach more stuff about masculinity to help inspire and motivate others? There's been the same math teachers following the curriculum. There's been the same science teachers following the same boring curriculum. Why don't you start teaching more about masculinity? Why don't you become the masculine guy so you can start sharing and teaching your lessons and learnings? Anyone can do this, man. So the first three steps which I've covered so far: devalue love and joy, prioritize your mission/purpose over emotions, value current goals and accomplish them. Set big goals, bro. It's a good thing. Set your big goal and then say to yourself, what are like the small baby steps I need to do every single day to ultimately achieve that? Because that's when I'm going to feel most happiest. That's when I'm going to be like my most masculine form. And you want to prioritize this. You want to prioritize your purpose/mission over love. Because people think when they're like in a relationship, oh no, I need to show as much love to my feminine girlfriend. I need to give him this. I need to give him this. It's like, yeah, in the moment, they'll kind of like that. But deep down, the feminine is more attracted to the masculine guy who's prioritizing his purpose, his mission, his goals over the relationship, over anything else in life. That's what true attraction is, like complete and utter bipolar opposites. And I learnt this in the book of The Way of the Superior Man by David Data, one of the most educational books about purpose, masculinity, sexual desires, everything. Could not recommend this book anymore if you want to like become more educated about masculinity. This book changed my life. Pretty much everything I'm speaking about in this video comes from this book. Step 4, surround yourself with other masculine men. Community is everything. I used to think that I need to be this like Sigma lone wolf and not talk to absolutely anyone to make the most progress and feel most happiest. Little did I know how wrong I was, bro. This only led to me isolating myself, social skills just getting worse and worse, and before I started grinding. I'd get jealous, like I didn't want to hang out with guys who I seemed were like higher levels than me because I felt like they were just lucky, they were show-offs, they were too cool, and I don't want to learn anything off them. It's like my ego was too big to learn from people bigger than me. I was arrogant. You want to start to hang out with more masculine guys because you can achieve goals together. You're going to train harder in the gym. I'd always like train by myself in the gym because, I can focus better. I can train harder with my headphones on and not speak to anyone. No. You train harder when you're with someone you relate with. When you're with another masculine guy. You push each other harder. You motivate each other harder. You inspire each other even more than when you were just being a loser. You'll make more gains. You'll build the body you want even faster. You'll attract the girl you want even faster. Socializing is a good thing, especially if you're doing it with the right people. Obviously, if you're trying to socialize with people you don't relate with, obviously that's not going to really promote or improve your goals, right? If you hang out with dickheads who just drink every weekend, you're not going to be as motivated or inspired, are you? Whereas when I get coffee with one of my friends and we're talking about the same stuff we're both into, bro, I can't sleep at night. I'm that much more motivated and inspired. I struggle to sleep because I just want to do more. I want to work harder because I just had the most like intellectual and like fulfilling conversation just by getting coffee with someone I relate with. So surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals is like essential for becoming the most masculine version of yourself, for you being more likely to smash and tick off boxes and accomplish your goals. Don't do this bullshit Sigma lone wolf grindset mindset. Don't have this, bro. I remember seeing all these TikToks like this Patrick Bateman bullshit cringe crap was like trending like 2 years ago. No, don't follow that. The more disciplined thing for you to do would be to socialize, to surround yourself, community, build this community, because that's what I'm trying to do. I want to build a culture. I want to build a community with like-minded individuals, because it's only going to accelerate and improve our progress that much more. Because, bro, men are lonely, man. The reason why you clicked on this video, you're probably feeling like a bit lonely. And don't worry, bro. I was in the same position. I'm trying to help you because I was this guy. I'd watch hundreds and millions of videos like this, how to become more masculine, how to increase the testosterone, how to become more confident, how to speak to girls, all this shit. I'd watch all this shit. And yeah, it did help me turn into the man I am today. It did educate me. But I just want to speed up your process much more fast. I want you to have faster progress than the younger version of Adrian did, because younger Adrian didn't really take action as soon as he wanted to. And I want you to take action as fast as you can by following this 5-step protocol. The 5th step, this is a chapter in The Way of Superior Man. I think it's chapter 10. It's enjoy your friend's criticism. I kind of touched on this briefly at the start of the video, but whenever my friends would shit talk me back in like high school, whether it be about like my basketball ability, my speaking ability, my confidence, whatever, my eye contact, they'd like criticize me. Couldn't really hold eye contact that well, couldn't speak that well. They'd criticize me. And what would I do? I'd get upset. I'd get emotional. And I wouldn't take action on their criticism, which isn't the right thing to do, man. We need criticism. Criticism is a good thing. We need body shaming, bro. We need it. Because I'd go through life and think this was like a bad thing. And no, it turns out it's actually a good thing. It's the fuel to the fire, bro. We need this. Without it, we'd all be the same. We wouldn't want to improve. I'm thankful that every single month when I started gym, my friends would say, oh, 2 months of the gym, no muscle. Oh, 3 months of the gym, you still haven't built no muscle. Oh, it's been a year, you're still the same. I'm thankful for that, because without that, I wouldn't be in the position I am today. Oh, you can't look at us in the eyes. You can't do this. You can't do. I'm thankful for that. It's helped me become who I want to become. So don't have this mindset of thinking, oh, criticism's bad. No, we all need to be nice and happy and love, joyful to each other. Fuck that. Seriously. Be the man. We want to criticize each other. Competition is a good thing. If your friend's not doing something right, if your friend's not being consistent with something, let him know. Send him a text, you're being a lazy motherfucker. Like, seriously. Or like, send him a voice message. That'll be a whole lot more like authentic and real. And he's probably going to be a whole lot more likely to take action to that. There's not enough people speaking about this, man. I'm not saying feminine is bad. I'm not saying you have to be masculine. I'm just saying this balance has to be restored for like the world to keep moving in a sustainable way. Because without masculine, without feminine, what's there to life, bro? We need bipolar opposites. And if you clicked on this video, you're probably a masculine guy. You want to become more masculine. This is the 5-step protocol you have to follow. Devalue love and joy. Prioritize your mission over emotion. Value current goals and achieve them. Surround yourself with masculine men. Enjoy your friends' criticism. And you're going to become the man you ultimately want to become in the long run. You're not going to feel lost. You're not going to feel scared. You're not going to prioritize instant stuff over delaying stuff. You're going to prioritize your purpose. You're going to prioritize your mission. And that's where you feel like most fulfilled in life, when you're making progress, when you're ticking boxes, when you're achieving goals, building the physique, building the business, building meaningful relationships with one another. So you can have these like intellectual, precise and concise conversations with one another. That's when you feel most happiest as a guy. Not from this instant shit, which is pretty much just stealing happiness off the future you. I hope this video motivated and inspired you. Leave a comment about your like self-improvement journey in the comments down below. And other than that, I'll see you in the next video.